British Railway finally dropped version 1.3.4 of the game last Sunday, which means we need to check it out. I'm here outside the refurbished Hugh Heath, which we will check out in a few seconds. Through this video we will take a look at the brand new trains, like the Class 755, and an entire for station extension. This is Wolf Gaming. So then, here is the new entrance for the station, which I really like. Here is the refurbished gate line, which looks like a gate line, and this takes us underneath the station. Let's head over to the platforms. I like the escalators a lot. Here we are. Let's go onto this platform first. The first thing is that there is only one island platform, not two like it was before. Platform 2A has been added as well, which is a terminus, accommodating up to 4 coaches, to head on a short route to Norrington. Also, there is now a track through the middle for express trains to fly past. I think that this station has had a really good upgrade, from the millions of versions before this one. Anyway, let's wait over here, as I have a train to catch going to Norrington, and I have heard it is one of the new trains. I will see you when it arrives. Here is the train, and it is the brand new 807, which has 7 coaches, and is in the really sleek Avanti West Coast livery. This train is not a bi-mode train, so it can't go up the new extension, or down to the docks. And because it has 7 coaches, I believe it can only run intercity routes. Let's get on here and check out the interior. Well, it looks like any other 80X, so let's head to Norrington in an 8x speed time-lapse. We are at Norrington, to change onto a train up the new extension, which I am waiting for now. Firstly, let's look at the 807 in closer detail, and then we will have a look at the new suspension which is in testing. Here is the Class 807 satin Woodham sidings ready for us to have a look at it. I really like the exterior, but obviously it is exactly the same as every other 80X, just with a 7-coach format. The interior is also the same, so let's go and have a look at the suspension. So then, I am in the brand new Class 755, in a side-by-side video. On the left, the suspension has been turned off, which we are comparing to the video on the right, which has the suspension turned on. You can clearly see the difference when you are going over points and tight corners. To turn this on, go into the settings, and head to the bottom, where it says something about beta features, and then turn it on from there. It does have a warning for it to not be used if you have motion sickness though. Also, whilst we are in the 755, I have to tell you about the acceleration of this train. Obviously you saw the train accelerating at the start of this clip, but it is incredible when you actually drive it. The only thing is when it is on diesel mode. The delay between input and movement is so long, but that is just how the train works. This clip will end when the train passes Stirling Street, so I will see you after that. I think my train is arriving on platform 4 to take us to the first station on the new extension, which is West Norrington. Pulling in now is the brand new 755, which is currently using overhead, but has to do a power changeover here, as the new extension is diesel only. If you were to stop at Stirling Street, you would do the changeover there though. This train is the 4-car variant, which does have more power than the 3-car, as it has 2 more exhausts. Let's go to West Norrington. have just left the train here at West Norrington, which we will do a quick tour around before we head further up the line.
This is West.
Firstly, let's watch the 755 depart. Wow, those exhausts are loud. Remember that when you are guarding and you need to go through the middle section. Keep your ears safe when walking through there. So then, let's take a look around. The first thing I am already questioning is what on earth does this station serve? Yes, I know there are some warehouses, but can't people just get off at Stirling Street? Why do we need chicanes going down to the exit? We aren't on an F1 track, are we? Anyway, I think the design of this station is quite cool, how it is raised up from the main line, and the bridge is very fun to drive over. Here we are outside of the station, and it is quite nice, I have to admit. I still think it doesn't really serve that much though. Let's head inside, up the slalom course, and wait for our next train to go to Bramleigh, the next station along the line. Our train has just made its way up the 3000% gradient, and is pulling into the station now. This 755 is a double 3 car, so expect a little less acceleration power when we depart. These trains look so sleek. I wish they had a few more liveries available though, as we only have the Greater Anglia livery. It is still nice though. Let's wait for the train to stop so we can board. I love these steps. I think they also adjust to the gap between the train and the platform. Let's go. Here we are at Bramleigh, the second station towards the terminus, Stonebrook Town. Once again, let's watch our train depart. Feel free to skip ahead, as this could take a little while. So then let's have a little insight into this station. Let's firstly head through the station building. Wow, the waiting area is quite small. I think that this station is a great station, in a nice village, with an amazingly designed station building. Let's head back inside, and have a look at the other side of the station. I have no idea why the yellow line is so far back. We barely have any platform now. It's over this side as well. We have to walk like 5 miles to board the train once it has arrived. I really like the design, with the brick wall on this platform. I think it is time to go to Stonebrook Town. I know many of you will be screaming at your screens to say that I have missed Cressford, but I will be heading there after Stonebrook Town. Let's go! Hang on. If you haven't already, why don't you subscribe to Wolf Gaming? It's completely free, and you can guarantee more videos just like this. Now back to the video. Our train is arriving. We have a 3-car Class 755. We won't be able to ride on the new Mark II coaches or the Mark II DBSO, as we currently don't have the train. We are saving up for it though. Let's go to Stonebrook Town.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge. This is a regional service to Stonebrook.
I don't want to travel backwards. Let's go. We are at the end of the line, Stonebrook Town. Let's go and explore. I really like how this station looks, and I will tell you everything I think about it in a few seconds. So, the first thing is, why is that platform roof so short? I think it could have gone a slight bit further, considering how much effort probably went into it. But anyway, it is still quite nice though. Let's head outside. Wow! The glass entrance definitely makes the station look so modern, and blends in really well to the surroundings. It is like entering a local supermarket, but then you are suddenly in a train station. It is so cool. We have 2 platforms over here, and then the world's largest island platform. Why is it so wide? We could have had 5 platforms if it wasn't that big. The amount of trains coming down here proves that we need 5 platforms. Let's wait for our train to Cressford. Firstly, let's have a look at the 755 in closer detail. This is the 4-car variant, but there is also a 3-car, like you have seen. This train looks so sleek. And the fact that it can go everywhere on the map just makes it the best train in my opinion. Here we have the middle section, which provides the power for the train. This variant has 4 exhausts, and the 3-car variant has 2. Let's head inside to have a look at the interior. I like how at the end of the unit there is a small step up to a higher height for the seats. These trains look so amazing and modern inside. The maquette is great as well. Here is the corridor through the power unit. This train is definitely one of my favorites for the interior. Let's get our train to Cressford now. Our train is arriving. We have a double for car 755, which is 8 carriages in total. This unit should hopefully have a lot more power than what we have been having before this. Let's wait for the train to come to a complete stop. I have just noticed how this station doesn't have yellow lines. It is now incredibly dangerous according to health and safety. We need to check that it will be stopping at Cressford before we get on it. We can use the screens on the train for this. Yes, it is stopping at Cressford, so let's get on. I will see you when we arrive at the final station we need to visit in this extension.
Welcome on board this regional service to Catherine. Calling at Cressford, Bramleigh, Norrington, Wallsend, Ashby in Kirkside, and Catherine.
Here we are. the last station we need to visit. Firstly, let's wait for the train to depart, so you can skip ahead to look around the station. Let's go and look around. Firstly, you can see this is an island platform, with a disused platform on the other side. Let's head over the bridge. Wow, a bridge where you can actually see over it. Rare. I wonder what this would have been used for. Oh, and there is the new map, which we will be using in the BR challenge. More information on that in a couple of weeks. I think the station is in a nice rural setting, with only a few small buildings around. We now need to go and look at the many other small features that have entered the game in this update. Let's quickly have a look at the Mark II DBSO, which we weren't able to ride on today. I can definitely see why the developers want to call it ugly. Oh yes, the cab. It actually looks like I could sit here and drive it. Let's go and have a look inside one of the brand new Mark II coaches. Wow, it looks quite nice. This train also has to be accompanied by either a Class 90 or a Class 86. On here, we have the Class 86 in the BR blue livery, as it goes really well with these coaches. Oh wait, we need to have a look at the Mark II first class coaches interior to see if they are as nice as the Mark I's. I wouldn't say they are as nice as the Mark I's, but they still look really nice to be in for a long train journey. Let's go and have a look at the next feature. Next we have the brand new Next Station GUI. It now tells you the next thing you are doing, and then the thing after that underneath. The expected time also comes up in red, and doesn't have the seconds. They have switched over to fractions now. Also the timetable now comes up all in one, not where you have to scroll down. There is also a location marker that moves to where you are between the stations. I like this upgrade a lot. The next thing is the rain effect on the windscreen has been improved by a country mile. It sounds amazing, and the wipers move the droplets over to the left. It is so realistic. I will play the sound louder, so you can hear. The final thing is that Forest Dale sidings have been implemented. I find this siding very badly placed, as if you are a train coming out of Forest Dale at high speed, you could easily run a red light from a train pulling out of the siding at slow speeds. You also can't do Norrington TMD to Norrington movements anymore, but this siding is still in use for other destinations. So then, we have looked at everything in this update, apart from some scenery upgrades at Russell Lane, but that isn't that important. I think that this update is amazing, and I will be driving the Class 755 all the time now. The entire game is much better. We also now have 46 stations to do on the challenge because of the new extension. That brings another video to an end, so I will see you next week. And until next time, goodbye.
It's delicious.